I would like to announce a spoiler alert. If you're not caught up on the show or have watched it in the entire show, you have been warned that there are probably gonna be spoilers in this episode. Alright, now let's get on with it.
Welcome back, fellow YouTubers. Arcus here again, and I'm back with another TV show review. And this time I'm reviewing Veep, which stands for Vice President. So, this show is an HBO original, or is produced by HBO. And let me just tell you, it's one of the funniest comedy shows I've watched in recent days now. So, the main plot throughout the entire show, it centers around politics, as mentioned in the name. But I mean, for someone that isn't really that much involved in politics, I can just say that you don't have to be involved in politics in order to enjoy the show, because sure, there's a lot of terms and so on that appear in politics, but it's not something that you need to know. You can actually just watch it for the comedy and the storylines, and it's amazing. So the characters in the show is, you have the main character, which is Louis Dreyfus, which plays Selena Meyer, and she's the vice president. So the entire show centers around her being the vice president of the United States. So she's a really powerful woman, and they play with this throughout the entire show, and she's just amazing. I mean, if you recognize her, it's probably because she was on Seinfeld, and I mean that aired for 9 seasons, so you probably should have seen her somewhere, and only by that you should know that she's a great comedic actress. So she really portrays the role really well. And then we also have her supporting characters, or staff if you would call it, that work for her. And then you have Anna Chlumsky. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of the names. It's a bit hard sometimes. And she plays Amy Bruckheimer. And then you also have Tony Hale, which plays Gary Walsh. And I'm just gonna say Gary's character, he's so funny, because his job is basically her personal assistant. He carries around a bag with him all times that has everything she needs in case she needs something, and they just laugh at him and they make fun of him so much for this. But he really takes pride in his own job, and he believes that he's making a difference. So he's a really funny character. And then we have Reed Scott playing Dan Egan, and then we also have another really bizarre character actually, which is Timothy Simmons, who portrays Jonah Ryan. And Jonah is a character that when you first get introduced to him, it's like everybody really hates him, but he knows he's just trying to be nice. But I mean, yes, he's sort of had this attitude in the entire show. The characters, he's a bit egoistic, and he brags a lot about things. Just in the first season, he's working for the White House, so he just brags about this whenever he gets the chance to. So his character has a really funny dialogues as well. And you know, in season 6 now, when he ran for Congress, it was so bizarre, because you never actually would have believed that he would do it. Because he's, I mean, yes, he has some good points of views, but he's mostly incompetent, and he's so dumb in some cases, but then he makes another smart argument in the other way. So he really goes back and forth the entire time. So, and he's also one of the characters. The others, they just put a lot of crap on that. Sometimes he just does deserve it, because he does a lot of things that, you know, ruins it for everyone else. Because he starts a gossip site on the internet that just blows up in views when he says bad things about, Selena's character. And so sometimes he deserves it, sometimes he doesn't, but it's a really good actor as well, and this great comedy. And then we have Matt Walsh, who plays Mike McClintock, and he's the head of the PR department. And let me just tell you, he's really not that good at his job, that character, but he does it in such a funny way. Because the entire of this is that he talks to the press a lot, and does the statements and answer questions and so on. So this role really requires you to be able to lie, or not tell the whole truth and so on, but he's so bad at it because every one times he tries to, he just starts sweating a lot, and he misspeaks and he says the wrong thing, and then he gets a lot of crap for it. So, but his character is really funny, and I'm just gonna say every character in the show, they're so unique in their own ways, but they really make it work with each other, and the chemistry is just great. So those are some of the main characters in the show. I'm not gonna go through everyone because there's a bunch of other characters as well that appear in a lot of episodes. But this is the sort of main theme that we focus on, and the show really progressed in a really funny way. Because in the beginning, you get that she's Vice President Selena, and she wants to eventually run for president. And then in season 5, she actually gets to be president for, I believe it was for an entire season. But then, she gets voted down, and everything becomes really bizarre. Because by the time season 6 started, she's not a president, she's not even working there anymore. She's just in her own little office trying to decide whether or not she wants to run for Congress again in a couple of years. So it really took a weird turn there. But you still have some of the other characters working inside the White House with Jonah. And was just so funny because they gave him so much crap before, but now they're working for him. So I guess he probably enjoys it because he's sort of in power a bit now, so he can actually make them do some, get coffee for him and so on that he found humiliating when he was, running around and not having a big role. So, and another thing that I really wish would happen that hasn't happened yet, because I know Dan and Amy, they were together before the show, their characters at least, because they keep saying that they used to date in the show, but you never actually get to see it on screen. So I would have liked them to, get together sometime in the show. It hasn't happened yet, but perhaps it will, because the show's not ending yet, and there's still seasons coming. And I'm just gonna say the storylines in the entire shows, even though they're not that long, each season it contains usually about 10 episodes, and they're about half an hour long. So it's actually sort of, you can watch it through pretty quickly, and there's not a lot of unnecessary things in the episodes. They really focus on what's important. The comedy is really spot on in most moments. It's really rare that I watch an episode and I don't laugh one time, because there's always some character that makes you laugh in a way, either by something they're saying or by something they're doing. So it's a really funny comedy show, and I would definitely recommend that if you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely see this show. But as you know, this is my review of it, and my combined score of it. As of now, I would rank it at an 8 out of 10, because I really do enjoy the show, even though I'm not that interested in politics normally. But this show makes me excited about it, because the comedy elements and all of the characters, they just fit everything nicely, and it puts it really good in this context. So there you have it. As always, if you have anything you want me to review next, any thoughts or questions, just leave a comment down below, and I'll see what I can do. Until next time, bye!